I walk through the shadow of death left to fear. This is a journey through the halls of hell.
Yes people, what is good? I am BA, back once again with another reaction in the Fargo series. This is episode 8 of season 3 and it is called Who Rules the Land of Denial? Last episode. These last 3 episodes in a row have just been absolute mayhem really. It started with Nikki getting the beating from the Russian guy and the Asian dude in front of Sai, and then the episode after that fucking Ray dies, and then last episode all hell breaks loose and it ends with Nikki being taken away in a prison bus to State Pen, only to be sitting next to Deaf Assassin guy from season 1. Incredible. Now let me backtrack, because other stuff did happen last episode. Like when Nikki was in the jail, we got that third assassin posing as a police officer who was able to spin kick the gun out of Lady Cop's hand and then sprint away. So this is an assassin at a level that Fargo hasn't really shown before. You know, it's shown hitmen, but someone that spin kicks a gun out of someone's hand is an assassin. I guess that's how I define the difference. I never thought about it before, but if you've got a gun spin kick in your arsenal, you're certainly not a fucking hitman, you were above that. No confirmation as to whether or not that dude also worked for Fargo, by the way, just some third party showing up we've never seen do anything for Fargo before or since, then disappeared just as quickly. I don't know if that's him calling in a specialist who can infiltrate a police station or something like that, or Fargo has way more people around him than I assume. Sai broke down crying in front of his wife, which was sad to see. Emmett is now feeling how empty his house is without his family, although Varga did keep him company for a while, and then opened these Christmas presents. You know, I'm here for you, but also, fuck you. Which leads us to the finale scene that I have been thinking about all week. One can only dream that the best case scenario happens from here on. I mean, I don't want to think it. I don't even want to think it. You know what I'm thinking, but you can't think it in case it doesn't happen. This is what ruined fucking Game of Thrones season 8 for people. Again, I don't even want to utter it, but you know what I want to happen. Please fucking tell me this happens. There is only one way to find out if this shit happens, so hopefully this shit's about to happen. This is episode 8 of season 3, Who Rules the Land of Denial. Let's check it out and see if it happens. Is this it showing these guys doing the pre-planning to cause the collision? Oh, and there was me saying that guy didn't seem to be part of the crew. Well, now he does. I guess they are a team of 3. They're all wearing animal heads now. That makes a bit more sense, I guess. I just thought that was the Russian dude's thing last episode. I've been so confused with his nation of origin this entire series, by the way. I'm aware I was calling him Serbian for a while. No idea. Just, you know, let me do my thing out here. I'm trying. Holy shit, we never saw that the ramp did that to the bus last episode. That was a fucking genius move by the gang. Now I do think it's way less likely that Nikki survives, because there's 3 of these guys. Unless everybody in the back of this bus jumps up and beats the shit out of them, these are 3 hitmen. Hey, Deaf Assassin guy is awake, but they are chained in. This is not looking good. I love how we're getting it from his perspective as well with no sound. Oh shit. Even the police are getting shanked, they don't give a fuck. I know the rest of these guys are chained up, but surely they won't take this shit lying down either. He's fucking strong. Tell me it's happening. Tell me what I wanted to happen is happening. They weren't expecting this shit, were they? I wonder why the other 2 stood off while he just beat the shit out of the third guy there. Get off me! Needless to say, it was absolutely glorious to see. My confidence has went up to about 50%, I'd say. The fact that Deaf Assassin guy is alive They have escaped out the back of the bus and are now in the woods. Oh man, I'm feeling like 75%ish actually. I wouldn't stop if I was you, mate. You do not stop for people like that. Smart man. That man did not die because he chose to not stop for the animal-headed trio standing in front of the upturned prison bus. Fuck, they were witnesses though, weren't they? Oh no, that was such a good camera shot. I feel so bad for them. That's just like the Fargo movie with those two people who passed by the initial shooting on the road.
Where are we going? What?
That's not hard to understand. Don't what him when he points at his fucking ear. I wouldn't be thinking about cutting it right now. I understand that it is important for the future, but when you're trying to hide from three people in the woods, smashing a rock off a bit of metal probably ain't the best way to keep low key. Yeah, Deaf Assassin guy knew it too. This is fucking filmed amazingly. I love how they're filming these shots out in these woods. Fair play to fake Cop Assassin as well, because he took a fair beating there off of Deaf Assassin guy and got right back up. If anything, he looked a bit angry he'd got the shit kicked out of him. And you would be if you could spin kick a gun. Better to be honest with him, at least he knows he's in some deep shit. What the fuck? Did those hunters just accidentally kill the Russian hitman? No, they didn't. Oh my god, they took the pelt off the top of his head though. Well, they're fucking dead. Yeah, I like how we don't even need to see these guys kill people anymore. We just see them accelerate towards a car. We know the people are dead. We see two hunters accidentally shoot one in the head. We know they're dead. I love how they've decided to do this as well. They've not just put Deaf Assassin guy back in the series and made him decide to help her for no reason. He is chained to her. He has to protect himself by protecting her. I feared for her life when they were just bringing Koshies. Now that they've upgraded to crossbows, this is once again, 75% their direction.
You want me to go?
No, I'm fine.
Yeah, she'll be beating herself up about that one. You just gotta forget it right now, Nikki, otherwise you'll just sit against that tree and not even fight to save yourself. Nice the Deaf Assassin guy's allowing her to walk at her own pace. What the fuck is this now? Oh shit. Now that could actually be useful as some sort of decoy if they could figure it out, but this must be where the hunters were hanging around, I'm guessing. Yeah, it's like an old campground. Oh, an axe, that's good. An axe is a good upgrade. No, no, no. This is tense. Sorry guys, my thoughts are all over the place. I'm trying to think of my thoughts, but also I'm so invested in this scene right now. Shit. No. This fucking little rat. He is like a little rat assassin, that third one. Fuck, this is not looking good now. At this point, these guys could probably just move in and finish them off. Hey! Yes! What a fucking trip as well, by the way. Nice, even Nikki's getting some kicks in. Tell me that fucking hit one of them. Tell me that hit one of them. Oh my god. They just took his head clean off, apparently. This is crazy. head clean off. So where did the other two assassins go? They're just hanging back in the darkness with the crossbows still? Oh my god, that's brutal. I guess that location in the leg might be one of the safer areas to remove something that's pierced you through, but I wouldn't be doing that before going to a hospital. I guess the other two hitmen just decided to retreat after they decapitated that one guy. Oh my god, it fucking took his ear off. What a shot. I'm so happy that that caught him. That makes sense why they abandoned the mission. If someone just slung an axe at your head and took your ear off, you'd be like, you know what, let's regroup. I know we've got crossbows, but I'm thinking regroup. Guys, I know you have to relax after a rough night, but this is hardly the time for bowling.
Whiskey. Make it a double.
I have never seen a human being looking like they need a whiskey more than Nikki right now. If I was the barman, I'd be like, you know what? Free of charge, actually. Call it cosmic interference or something, but I feel bad charging you the way you look for this. Drink it. You need it. Oh! Who's this guy again? We've seen him before.
Job sat on his dung heap, covered in boils.
Where did we see this guy before?
That's the nature of existence. Life is suffering.
Oh, he met Lady Cop. It's the guy that met Lady Cop a few episodes ago, I remember now.
Aww.
Hey. Wasn't expecting him to bust out a kitten. Way to get in the world's good graces instantly, side character.
Ray. I know that's not really a cat's name, but when I looked at him, that was the name that stuck. But this is how it is, I think.
What a creepy coincidence that is.
It's a word that describes how an old soul attaches itself to a new body.
What a creepy conversation to be given her just after Ray's died.
Unfortunately, some souls cannot find a body to enter, and they become lost.
Is this guy even a real character? And by that I mean, you know, last season had aliens. Does this season have like a guardian angel or something? Because this dude seems to be moving between characters, dropping nothing but knowledge with no ulterior motive. Or maybe I'm just so not used to seeing a genuinely nice person in this show, he strikes me as otherworldly due to his good intentions. But the fact that he had a cat called Ray and then gave her a speech about things occupying new bodies and shit seems way too much of a coincidence for him not to be, like, in the know and otherworldly.
Cheers. Oh.
Even Sipsy's shot, what a fucking gent. In Glasgow, he'd have got stabbed for that.
For you and your friend. You know, some thought that he should stay behind, but I convinced them that he was on a better path now.
What the fuck did I just say? Yo, I fucking knew there was something strange about this guy. You know how I knew that? Because he's written like a classic guardian angel would be in a Twilight Zone episode. That's why this scene instantly struck me like that as soon as he mentioned the cat.
There's a car out front. It's a green Volkswagen Beetle. You and your friend should take it. The keys are under the mat.
What a crazy character to add. I love that Fargo just decides to throw in shit like that. In Fargo-verse, there are guardian angels and aliens. Deal with it. And it's so strange that it's instantly endearing. Not only does Fargo get away with this, it heightens it. If another show did this, like if in season 6 in Sopranos they just bust out a guardian angel, you'd be like, yeah, fuck off. But but it always works so well in Fargo, I do not know how Noah Hawley does it.
Do me a favor, will you? When the Gophers play, put a little beer in a bowl.
And I guess if this guy really is, you know, an otherworldly character, is that really Ray, reincarnated as a kitten? That's incredible. It's nice to know Ray's still with us, and more adorable than ever. But yeah, just when these guys needed a miracle, they got a literal miracle. At a bowling alley no less, which isn't where you would generally think to go for an otherworldly saving grace. Russian guy doesn't look quite as stoic at this moment in time.
And some vodka.
This barman is completely unfazed by the clientele, isn't he? Now this will be an interesting conversation.
I have a message for you from Helga Albrecht and the Rabbi Nachman.
I bet you that scared the shit out of him. Is this all the people he's killed? That is a fucking lot of people, Yuri. Jesus Christ. Man, of all the ways I was expecting this episode to go, I wasn't expecting this supernatural character to just show up and fuck with everyone's minds.
I should, go check on the ragu.
Let me help you.
You know the gay dudes didn't like the fact they got matching Christmas jerseys. That would have been a huge argument for gay people. Straight men and shit, if you're walking in public and you see another person with a shit you're wearing, you're like, hey, fucking clothes, brothers. But yeah, women and gay dudes, I imagine it's a bit of a war. Ah, that's those two people that the assassins were chasing ran off the road. Again, even the way they died, so similar to the Fargo movie. I feel like every season there's always one stronger nod than the others to the movie. And that scene definitely was it this season.
Anything I can...
That patch on your coat, it say U.S. Marshal?
No, sir.
Well then, we'll call you when we find it.
Even by episode 8, she's still getting blocked from doing her job correctly by getting brick-walled off a bunch of inept douchebags, isn't she?
What the heck?
Oh, the assassins are now living in Emmett's mansion. What an upgrade.
He's upstairs. All this bother with his brother. He's very upset.
Guy loves his music in between killing.
Today you are $5 million richer than you were yesterday.
Jesus Christ, for a bulimic, Varga knows how to eat well. It's like a sophisticated drug addiction, because when you think about it, that's like a $100 meal minimum. He's spending $100, but then regurgitating it, so he's not even getting the benefits of his meal. What a crippling addiction that benefits you in zero way.
I'll tell the big man you stopped by, and don't worry about all this trouble with the police. I think you'll find these things have a way of clearing themselves up.
What a strange interaction. Why is he not even allowing Sai to see Emmett?
Bye-bye, Mr. Phelps.
And this is crazy because in episode 1 you thought, wow, they've sunk their claws deep into Emmett's life, but by episode 8, holy shit, they're still sinking deeper. Now they are taking over his house and keeping him dosed up on sleeping meds. What the fuck? This is so strange. Have they successfully turned Emmett against Sai as well?
I'm okay.
Poor Sai, man, he's not built for this shit at all, and he has had a rough few episodes.
Well, that's not right.
This is fucking disgusting. What was Noah Hawley's plan with this season? Like, you know what, I'm gonna make the best season ever, but interlace a bunch of vomiting scenes in it, and people stabbing their gums with a fucking needle. Did Sai just have a heart attack or a stroke or something? Fuck me, man. So he's been in like a 3-week induced coma or something. How long has that been? That's quite a beard. This show is just full of tragic twists and turns. So thinking back then, was that a poisoning attempt by Varga? Whatever he made him drink did that to him?
This is harassment.
We're on our lunch break. Party with Shepherd's Pie Day in the cafeteria. And here you are.
I love their synchronized excuses there.
Wasn't that your brother's car?
Ray's car was swapped with Emmett's. That's mad. This episode is insane, you know. In a great way, I'm loving it. I just realised how many stamp pictures are actually in these offices. Jesus Christ, chill the fuck out, Emmett. Oh, were they not always there? Right. This is like someone else fucking with him. Again, is this otherworldly interference, or is this Nicky and Deaf Assassin guy? Or is this Varga trying to make Emmett lose his own fucking mind?
It's him.
I don't care how much of a badass assassin you are, mate. You sleep on a bunk bed. Oh, is the Russian guy top bunk? Are you bunk buddies? Did his ear blood trickle down into your face last night? I don't know why I'm breaking the assassin's balls. I would not live long in a criminal organisation. Well, it's out of character for Emmett, but understandable. What is with the body discussed this season though, Holly? Seriously, we've had a tampon left in a fucking desk drawer. We've had our lady cop on her period in the bathroom stall. We've had all Varga's sickness and all that other shit. And now this. What are you trying to get across?
Death of a loved one or a beloved business partner.
He's not dead.
Yet.
What?
What?
Fucking hell, Varga. You might as well have just came out and said you poisoned him with that response.
A mild sedative. Something to stop the engines racing.
Fuck this. This is fucking horrible. If you guys have seen Black Mirror, this is basically the Rachel, Jack and Ashley 2 episode, kinda.
One day in September 1945, a blizzard of paper fell from the sky.
And another thing about Varga is, he never tells you a story without it having a moral ending, which results in him programming your brain to be the way he wants it to be. He's never telling you a story out of niceness or relatability. It's going to come with a punchline, which is like, see Emmett, you need to be like that.
That's it. Sleep now.
Fucking so creepy. Also, what was the mustache about? Now I have a second to ask the question. Why did he have a mustache? Why did he rip it off and freak out? I get what's going on with most of this episode, but the mustache has fucking thrown me. He might not tuck you in, but at least the Asian assassin guy made sure you were on the bed and took the shoes off, do you know what I mean? Yes, Emmett, you fucking legend. Thank God. Oh, that's so good to see. I was thinking it was going to be horrible from Emmett here on out. If he's smart enough not to be taking the meds, he's going to be on point and savvy. He's now playing them at their own game. Yes. How many times in a show, whenever someone is being given medication, do we then get the scene of them stashing and or figuring out a way to not take the medication? It's definitely a trope at this point. I say we break the trope. How about we just start to see a nice character getting given meds until they fucking get manipulated to death?
My name's Emmett Stussy. I want to confess.
Oh my God. Oh, you're leaving it there going, fuck yourself, Noah Hawley, you're so smart, but don't... That was unnecessary, okay? Open hand. Psh, 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 psh. And then you think, wow, he's just slapped me 5 times, and then I grab, pull in for the real harder slaps. What, you thought that 5 was all you were getting? No. Until it's nothing but a blur, like an E-Honda special move. And then I let him go. His face is a bit pink, but other than that, he's still able to write and continue the show. It's a win-win. Okay, and that was episode 8 of season 3 of Fargo, Who Rules the Land of Denial, and I will be back in just a minute with my thoughts on that. So, Who Rules the Land of Denial? What did I think of that? You know what? I do not care what anybody else thinks at this point. This is, even with the gross out shit, which is actually strange at this point how frequent it is, to the point where it's like becoming a focal point in my mind and thus detracting from the quality of the rest of the show. Strange, almost jarring choice. I do not know, other than to gross us out, what the point of it is, and I just feel like it's unnecessary. And that just shows how great the rest of this is, because even with that now becoming a strange, prominent component, everything else is so fucking well written and legendary that I can actually excuse it, and this is still my favourite Fargo season. Probably one of my favourite seasons of television I've ever seen, to be honest. I think the uniqueness and the creativity, constantly pulling from different directions you have no idea they're going to draw from, not even attempt to predict. There's just no way to predict where they're going to draw stuff from the Thaddeus Mobley thing we heard early on, and the little robot story, and then that little segment at the start of another episode where Varga told us 3 true stories, and now in this episode they're introduced some sort of guardian angel character who both aided the 2 characters we desperately needed to see get help from, and then stayed around for a second scene where he put the fucking shits right up Yuri and let him know exactly who he was as a human being. In amongst bringing in little esoteric or left field ideas, they managed to keep the plot going brilliantly and keep the twists coming at this point thick and fast. And I've got to say, it's what is it, since episode 4 or 5? Since the episode where Nikki got beat up, every single episode has had a jaw-dropping moment, legitimately. And so many throughout this episode. Some people might hate that scene in the bowling alley and think, why bring that into it? I think that's one of the things that makes this show incredible. One moment we have aliens and they never come back again, but it's just because, in Fargo world, aliens are real, they do visit Earth, and they visited that singular location in season 2, in that moment. And in this season, you know what, otherworldly guardian angels are real, as is reincarnation. Ray is now happily a kitten, and Nikki and Dev Assassin Guy got the ultimate car to escape. The opening section was so tense as well, I feel like it flew by. It felt like a 2-minute intro before the title even came up. The whole segment through the woods, incredible. I thought they were done for when they were at that stump and the 2 hunters had just been killed, so now the assassins now had crossbows, and when third assassin guy, the little rat ninja one, came out from behind them and just sliced Death Assassin Guy's back and then ran back into the darkness, it just felt like we were going to see a scene of them just getting nipped at and picked off, like Death of 1,000 paper cuts kind of scenario. So happy it didn't go like that. What a fucking absolutely brutal team move by Nikki and Death Assassin Guy. Wrapped the chain around his neck and then decapitated him. Plus Death Assassin Guy slung the fire axe into the woods, taking off Yuri's ear in the process. Amazing scene. And it was what I didn't want to utter at the start of the episode. That is exactly what I wanted to happen, intensified by the fact that we got reintroduced to a character who just seemed like a random dude at a pub earlier on in the show. But I thought he was like quite a wise random dude. When we first met him, when Lady Cop met him, when she was investigating Thaddeus Mobley, but when we met him the second time, as soon as he mentioned those couple comments about the cat, something just stuck in my mind. I've watched the 1959 to 1964 Twilight Zone series so many times, and this is always how these characters are written. Very human, at first just seemingly departing wisdom or knowledge, and then they slowly drop sentences in which seem strange, and from there they reveal that they are in some way otherworldly and are there to judge and or help take to the other side the character. But Twilight Zone and other things like that deal with this concept a lot, so as soon as he started saying the few sentences which sounded weird, that arc sprung into my mind, and that's why I instantly clocked it was some sort of otherworldly character they were writing in. It's not because I'm some sort of genius, it's because I'm a student of this field of punchline writing, and the Twilight Zone just so happens to be one of my favourite shows of all time. And poor Sai, poor Sai. I really hope he wakes up from this coma. I thought it was just another strange scene of control when Varga made him drink from the cup and then made him instantly leave. I didn't think he'd just decided he'd overstayed his welcome and just wanted to kill him. Horrible scene. And after seeing Sai so broken down and beaten as a man, and then his last moment was waving up to the window just to say hello to Emmett, and Emmett being non-responsive and shit, it's kind of fucking tragic, man, because I questioned Sai's intentions early on in this season, and to see Sai be so truly loyal to Emmett, want what's best for him, try to help him figure this shit out, and always be there to sympathise with him when he needed it, just be shunned away like that, poisoned and sent away to just fall into a coma. Absolutely horrific, man, and I am praying that in the last couple episodes of this season, Sai wakes back up or something like that. And then it went from bad to worse, because when we saw inside the house, it was basically like now Varga and the two assassins were ruling the place, hoping to keep Emmett in a position where he was questioning his sanity while just getting papers slid in front of himself to sign, and you know, Varga's business continues to spiral upwards. They probably figured out a way to pin it all through paperwork on Emmett. That's probably how the long game of Varga works. And it was just so fucked up to see, and I genuinely thought Emmett had taken his medicine, so thank God we got that one scene of him revealing that it was still in the palm of his hand and he was a savvy individual, leading to an even more shocking closing scene in which Emmett just walked into the police station and said he wants to confess. I'm assuming that is because he's so guilt-ridden about Ray, he's going to confess to Ray's murder, but to me, Emmett didn't murder Ray, it was accidental. I mean, he's not going to get a murder charge for that. He pushed a picture. Do you know the odds of a picture breaking and a piece of the glass going straight into your carotid artery? Who the person you pushed the picture into then instantly removes so he fucking dies of blood loss within 30 seconds? I mean, you ain't going to get much jail time for that. Fucking surely that is circumstantial as fuck. So that leads me to believe that maybe he might be there to talk about Varga. I've got a feeling it's kind of a red herring, and he's going to start blubbering about Ray, and they're going to not really treat him like a murder one suspect, because when they learn the whole situation, they'll hear that it's more his guilt and the stamp and all that, but not that he had ill intention or tried to stab him in the neck with a piece of glass. Regardless, it's interesting because if it is about Varga, and he's going there to tell the police about Varga, shit's going to hit the absolute fan in every direction, but if he's just going there to tell them he killed Ray, Varga is not going to like the fact that Emmett's just went to the police, so shit's going to hit the fan in every direction. So regardless of what happens next episode, shit is going to absolutely hit the fan in every direction, which means that these last two episodes could become even more epic still. The fact that they have even more layers of insanity to get to with the way they've set up these chess pieces this season, it's fucking commendable, exceptional levels of writing skill by Noah Hawley, all joking aside. And needless to say, I can't wait to see what happens next week. If you've liked this video, click like, subscribe to the channel to see more videos like this, ring the bell to be notified as to when they drop. If there's anything you want to talk about, comment down below, and share these around to anyone you think might appreciate them or want to watch these reactions along with us. My Patreon link is down in the description. If you become a patron, you get access to my blog, you get access to these reactions I put on YouTube a month and a half in advance, and you also get access to full-length versions of everything I react to. So consider becoming a patron, it helps me and my channel out so much, and until next time, I have been BA, peace.